This is the wrap-up for the live market open Wednesday, November 25th. Very busy day yesterday and an even busier one today. So we had a weakening of the US dollar because of some kind of profit-taking, unimpressive consumer confidence. Okay figures in GDP were enough only until the consumer confidence came along, and markets perhaps are beginning to price in the next levels of US interest rates, and these are not expected to be high. Perhaps a rate hike is already reflected in the price of the US dollar, or at least more than it was beforehand. Individual currencies had individual moves. In Germany, we had a strong Germany for 109, better than expected, better than last month. This supported euro dollar, which got closer to 107, but never really touched that level. We had it move above 106.70, now slide back down, support 106.30, 106, 105.30, resistance 107.10, 107.60, and 108.30. Okay. In the UK, we had appearances of Mark Carney in front of the Parliament, and also Andy Haldane, and we had them go dovish, expecting a slowdown in the rise of wages, contrary to what the data shows us. That hit the pound hard. It reached support at 105.60, 105.50, and since then it bounced back up to the previous resistance line, 151.10, which turned into previous support line, which turned into support resistance 151.10, further resistance 151.60, further support the round 150 level. Okay, dollar yen. The yen is stronger, also thanks to worries about what happened in the Middle East. The Turks downed a Russian fighter jet that invaded their airspace. According to the Turks, according to the Russians, it was only bombarding the bad guys in Syria. Lots of conflicting reports over there. Turkey is a NATO member. These are worrying things. So we have a stronger Japanese yen across the board. I believe that this story will fade out in terms of more military action, but of course there are some worries, as always, with this conflict. Canadian dollar is stronger now. It's beginning to reverse some of its gains. Dollar CAD is going up once again. So 132.80 is support, 132.40. Why did the Canadian dollar strengthen? Stronger oil prices, because the Saudis are beginning to talk about cutting production. They're a bit under pressure. Let's see if they really make it or not. Oil prices did break above resistance at 42.70 up to 43.40, but since then have also gone back down. Okay, Australian dollar. Here there are more reasons to be cheerful. Currently didn't break resistance at 72.80, very nice line. 73.60, 74 resistance. 72.20 and 71.50 are support. The Australian dollar enjoyed comments by Glenn Stevens, the governor of the RBA, saying basically that he would love to cut rates if it would help the economy, but he doesn't see that happening, doesn't see that. So as long as the Australian dollar does not get too strong, they will not cut rates. They have a meeting in December, and the next one is only in February. Okay, and the New Zealand dollar, no specific news so far, 65.60 in range, but we have New Zealand trade balance at the end of the day. Today is a very busy day. These are the key events to watch. For in the UK, the autumn forecast statement by Chancellor of the Exchequer George Osborne. Focus there should be on forecasts for growth, inflation, and jobs. 1:30 GMT, you have the biggest bulk of US releases, durables, goods orders. It's important to look at the core. Second in line, core PCE price index, the Fed's preferred inflation measure, and jobless claims as usual. But there are also other figures like personal spending, personal income, headline figures, not only core figures, and things like that. And the second bulk comes at 3 GMT with new home sales and revised consumer sentiment by the University of Michigan. Also watch out for crude oil inventories expected to resume their strong rises, New Zealand trade balance, and Australian private expenditure for those of you trading the Aussie. Very busy day. Busy because tomorrow is a very quiet day. It's Thanksgiving in the United States, where I'm expecting very choppy markets today. Focus on the Canadian dollar and also on euro dollar, and to see what are the next directions. Okay, so that was a long wrap up because we have a very busy day.